Hello, my name is Vaishali Hanwat, and today's my topic is the corruption in India. The corruption in India is a complex and deeply extended issues that affects nearly every aspects of the society, from governance and the public administration to a business and daily life. It is often described as one of the most significant obstacles to India's economic and the social development. uh, the issues is not only about the misuse of the public office or for private gain, but also the erosion of the ethical values and the systematic exploitation of power structures for personal, political, and the economic advantage. Next, we will see the historical context. Their historical context, the corruption in India is not a phenomenon, but it has a deep historical roots during the colonial periods. The British East India Company laid a foundation for a system where corruption was often institutionalized, and the exploitation of resources and the people was the communal and the bribery and the favoritism became embedded in administrative practices. After independence 1947, although India adopted democratic governance and the established various institutions to promote transparency and the accountability. The legacy of corruption persisted. Over time, it evolved into a more sophisticated and the widespread problems. Next, we will see the types of the corruptions. The types of corruption, first is the political corruption. Electoral corruptions. This includes vote buying, manipulation of electoral rolls, and and the corruption of the voters, and the politicians often use black money uh, to finance campaigns and the ones in the power. They may engage in corrupt practices to recoup their investments. Next, the cronism and the nepotism. Politics may be favor friends, relatives, or the business associates for government contracts and the licenses and the other opportunities. This undermines meritocracy and the promotes inefficiency. Next, the bureaucratic corruptions. Bribery. This is perhaps the most common form of the corruption, where public officials demand or the accept bribes to the perform or expedite their official duties. This can range from the petty corruptions, example bribes to get a driving license for a transport passport, to grand corruptions. For example, multi-million dollar. There Next, the red tape and the delays. Bureaucrats may intentionally creates delays in a processing files for granting approvals to extract bribes from the citizen or businesses. This is not only increases the cost of doing businesses, but also discourages foreign investments and the innovations. Third, we will see the judicial corruptions. In case fixing and the favoritism, judges are the court officials may be brave and to rule in a favor of a particular party. This undermines the rules and laws, lead to the miscarriage of the justices. Next, the delay in justice delivery. Corruptions can lead to intentional delays in the legal process, where cases are prolonged definitely, often until the arrive party can no longer afford to pursue justice, or the until brief in paid. Next, the corporate corruptions. corporate corruptions, regulatory capture. Large corruptions may influences regulators or lawmakers to create favorable conditions for their businesses, often at the expense of a smaller competitors and the public interests. Next, the tax evasion of and financial fraud. Companies may engage in corrupt practices to evade taxes, falsify accounts, or siphon off funds through the shell companies and the offshore accounts. Uh, this led to significant loss of revenue for the government. Um, Next one is the corruption of the public services. Corruption of the public services, that is the healthcare and the education. Corruptions in these sectors often results in substandard services where public funds are the misappropriated or diverted, leading to a poor infrastructure, lack of essential supplies, and the inadequate staffing. So that's the social welfare schemes. Funds meant for the poor, such as those under public distribution system, or the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, are often siphoned off by a corrupt officials and the middlemen. Next, the consequence of the corruptions. This economic impact is the loss of revenue. Corruptions leads to significant revenue loss for the government through tax in evasion, financial fraud, and the misappropriations public funds. There's the investment different. Corruptions increase the cost of doing businesses, and creates an unpredictable investment, deterring both domestic and foreign investment. Thank you.